we have a relationship between x and y. And if you notice over here, x is going up by 2 each time. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 plus 2 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. And on the same note, y is going up by 2 each time. So this also means, since we have a constant relationship here, it's always going up by 2 and 2, that if x goes up by 1, y also goes up by 1. So if x goes up 1, then y goes up 1. The reasoning is that instead of going up twice and twice, you can just go once and once. That'll still work. And that's our rate. So y is basically equal to x. In other words, every x that goes up by 1, y also goes up by the same amount. So our rate is just going to be 1 times x. If y was going up twice as fast as x, our rate would be 2 times x. But that's my rate, 1 times x. And I also want to find my starting point. Now initially I actually made a mistake here, and I thought that the starting point was we started at 8. But when you start, x is at 0. So x is at 2 right here. So 8 is not our starting point. If I go down 2 steps on the x, I'll get to 0. I'll also go down 2 steps on the y. So y will be 6, and x will be 0. So that's our starting value, not 8. And our equation's right here. Y equals 1x, that's our rate, plus 6. That's our answer. And here's how you check. You want to plug in a value, pick any one. I'll plug in 6. So I'll plug in 6 for x into the equation. And then I'll get y equals 6 plus 6 instead of x plus 6. And then y equals 12. And notice, if I plug 6 in on the table, I should still get 12. So this equation works. And these other equations, if you're not sure, check it. Let's stick with our same value. Y equals 2 times 6. That's what it says right here. And 2 times 6 is 12. So this one looks like it works so far. Let's try another one. Plug in 8. If you plug in 8, we should get 14. So y equals 2 times 8, but we get 16. So this equation can't work. Y equals 4x. Let's plug in 6 again. 4 times 6 is 24. We should get 12. This one does not work. It would work if y was just going up 4 for every x that we have. Now d, y equals 2x plus 2. Plug in 6. We get 2 times 6 plus 2, and that's 14. But we needed to get 12 when we plug in 6. So the only equation that works is C.